All right, welcome everyone to James Cotter Field in BC High for today's game between Xaverian Brothers High School and Boston College High School. As is our tradition here at BC High, on the last regular season home game, we would like to take a moment to honor our seniors and their parents for their dedication to the lacrosse program. We will start alphabetically. So the first player up, Ronan Bailey from Hingham, and his mom and dad, M.E. and Frank. Next player up is Jack Broden from East Boston with his parents, Karen and Derek Broden. Jack is a manager. Next up is James Kelsey from South Boston with his guardian, Pamela Coe. James is a midfielder. Next up, Emmett Conley from Norwell with his parents, Aaron Conley and Karen Conley. Emmett is a defender. Next up, Shane Fitzpatrick from Cohasset with his mother, Mary Ann Fitzpatrick. Shane is manager. Next up, James Shivda from Milton with his parents, Liz and Dan Shivda. James is midfielder. Next up, Joe LaRosa from Hingham with his mother, Mary LaRosa. Next up, Alex Murray from Chestnut Hill with his parents, Christoph and Claire Murray. Alex is a defender. Next up, Aidan Mcdonald from Dedham with his parents, Dan and Stacy McDonald. Aidan is a midfielder. Next is Cole Rossen from Cohasset with his parents, Alicia and Michael Rossen. Cole is a defender. Next up, Tim Rogers from Weymouth with his parents, Maureen and Mark Rogers. Next up, Teddy Straven from Duxbury with his mother, Tricia Straven. Teddy is a manager. And finally, Andrew Walsh from Walpole with his parents, Nancy and Matt Walsh.
For the seniors, you mean?
We'd also like to thank President Regan and Principal Lewis for coming out today to honor the seniors. And let's also have a nice round of applause for head coach Marcus Craigwell and his assistant Nick Klein. We'd also like to thank Xaverian for their being today's game opponent and for their patience as we have this ceremony.
Good afternoon and welcome to Jane's Cotter Field on the campus of Boston College High School as an eagle flies overhead. How about that? Is that an omen or what? BC High Eagles host the Xaverian Brothers Hawks tonight, and that was an eagle, not a hawk, that flew over. I'm John Galvin along with Jack Church. Jack, last game of the regular season against Xaverian at home. Let's get at it.
And this should be a seed line game right now in the MIA Power Rankings. BC High sitting at 4, Xaverian at number 5. Xaverian, if they were to pull the win off, could gain that extra home game, which
that would put the 4-5 game at Xaverian. So that's a big game right here. We'll see what happens. Thanking the seniors, there they are lined up in the midfield. Quite a group right there. So we get a little delay in starting. Be about another 3 minutes before we get going here. Good bunch of seniors there for BC High.
it will be tough next year to miss Rogers and Shivda on that offensive end.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of talent returning though for BC High, but you know when you lose somebody like those two, that hurts. Fall-like day here at BC High. Temperatures in the mid-50s, nice and sunny. Not much wind, a little bit of wind, but we're nice and cozy inside the press box, so we don't mind. A lot of sweaters and coats on the outside on a late fall day, late May day. You're not used to seeing that. But at BC High, we're all used to having the chilly weather. BC High will have a nice break, actually. The MIA seedings won't be until next week. I think a week from today is when they'll be meeting over in Franklin to decide the seedings. So it's actually a little different. You know, it's a little later this year. I mean, obviously the last couple of years it's been a little strange with the COVID. But in the past, historically, Thursday has been the last regular season game for everybody, and Friday before Memorial Day is when everybody meets over in Franklin and decides who's playing who and where and when. That's going to go till next week, so slowing things down a little bit. Longer break. I don't know if BC High, when they were scheduling that, they could have maybe got another game for Saturday just to keep the blood flowing. But at this point right now, they're looking pretty solid at number 4. Win today should cement that. Big game on Thursday, Hingham at LS. That could have some bearing on where the seedings are. I think Prep's pretty much lock solid at number 1. I don't know. There's a lot of games being played, so you never know what's going to happen when BC High's idle and other teams are still playing. They could get leapt over, but we'll have to see.
However, a win today would probably go a long way.
Go a long way, yeah. And
that position.
Earlier in the season, I think BC High won over at Xaverian by 4 goals, I think, something like that. But again, when it's BC High and Xaverian, records don't matter. It's just all out. You can hear, I don't know if you can hear Xaverian over in the corner getting at it.
Now we'll have the captains coming in. BC High will open the game moving from right to left towards the parking lot end.
Home field advantage, knowing that in the fourth quarter, when you're down that right side, sun's in the goalie's eyes. So we let that secret out of the bag, but that's just what played out right there.
The Hawks of Xaverian Brothers High School and the Eagles of Boston College High. Just a reminder that the MIAA and BC High are proud sponsors of sportsmanship at the high school level. Please be courteous to all players, coaches, referees, and spectators at today's games. Thank you for your cooperation. Enjoy the game.
It'll be Griffin Reddy starting in goal for Xaverian, doing so in shorts, which in the combined element of the position and today's weather, it's not a decision you'd see too often. And then in the BC High end, it'll be 24 on 24 in goal as Andrew Toland will head behind the pipes. First, we have a mouth guard check.
And half the BC High team doesn't have their mouth guards, including the goalie. Be interesting to see how including the Xaverian goalie, either too. So,
I mean, who needs a mouth guard when you have a cage?
A lot can happen. Get hit in the helmet.
It's true.
Anything, that thing gets twisted around. I know an ex-Xaverian defender several years ago, class of 2009 or 11, I think, got hit in the helmet, broke his jaw, just because it wrenched his helmet around.
Out there, this game is being live streamed. You go to YouTube, Di-Fi video, or you put in BC High versus Xaverian Lacrosse, it'll show up.
Joe LaRosa, BC High's senior face-off specialist, will open proceedings. Against Hunter Mulway. And we're underway as it's still contested on the ground. BC High has gotten some sticks on it, but still not able to maintain full control as it rolls into the BC High end. And now Xaverian able to get into the box and establish possession. Mariani has it behind the net. Passes over to Gilbert. Gilbert makes a move. Now calling out some signals, passes over to Sebastian Reyes. Reyes goes outside and back behind the net. Cycles around to Ryan, but that shot saved by Toland. Xaverian with it once again, still trying to mount attacking pressure. Mariani wraps around. Goes up top to Gilbert. Finds Reyes. Now Ryan with it. Cycling around once again is Xaverian. Now Gilbert. Cuts the outside. And another save by Toland.
Yeah, good possession there for Xaverian. Got a couple good looks. And going to get another possession here and a field clear by BC High.
Now it's Xaverian attacking quickly. But it's Emmett Conley able to badger Jet off as he'll face a penalty. That will be enforced now that Xaverian has possession. Excuse me, BC has possession. That'll be Emmett Conley going for a slash.
Yeah, that's definitely at 1 minute for a slash.
Penalty on BC High, a 1 minute for slashing.
So now Xaverian already has 2 shots on goal. The BC has none. Now they'll have the extra man advantage. As Ryan starts off this power play. It's over to Souza. Now Xaverian cycling behind the net, as they've done several times before. Still cycling around looking for that opportunity. Ryan calls out some signals. Passes over to Gilbert. Now Ryan again. Down low to Souza. That's an attempted pass behind the net to Mariani, but it goes out over the back line. So now Toland has it in goal. Still looking for a clearance, Toland. And it's a successful one to Chapman, who now makes his run. Gets into the box and passes it out to Emsing. Now BC High waiting for a substitution. And back to even strength. Now behind the net is Rogers. Now Bailey. Makes the pass over to Shivda. Shivda cuts inside. Quick pass over to Emsing. And his shot scores. After all that attacking pressure by Xaverian doesn't come to fruition, BC High goes down the other end, immediately gets one.
BC High goal scored by number 35, Will Epstein.
Yeah, that was a big kill there by BC High, being able to kill off the penalty and then coming right up and score. That's got to get them all excited, fired up, if they're not already fired up enough.
That'll be a face-off violation on La Rosa, so Xaverian will get a free possession as it starts with Shane Herron. Immediately goes to the box, then over to Jetty. Looking for a pass out. Finds Souza on a bounce. Was McDonald on him. Now Ryan. Souza making a run in. Forced to pass out. Now it's Reyes. Up top to Ryan. And he'll go back around again. Souza. Being pressured by McDonald.
BC High doing a great job on defense this time down. Xaverian's not getting any looks.
Souza and Ryan pass it back and forth. Now Ryan cuts the outside. Pass up top to Reyes. Over to Souza, whose shot saved by Toland. And it's contested in front of the net, but eventually grabbed up by Toland. 3 saves on 3 shot attempts so far.
Something you don't see every day, a bounce pass clear to Rice from Toland.
No, it's in quickly.
Missed the pass.
That pass doesn't go. Now it's Dion. Long pass up to Jet. But the BC High defenders are prepared for it. Sousa holds. Waiting for Parrish to come on. Now Benoit. Back over to Souza. Geary playing on him. Souza pass to the inside. Shot by Gilbert. Doesn't go. Xaverian wins the race to the line, and it'll be Mariani. Goes to Jet. Now Parrish. Next to Souza. Was able to get in front of his defender before he's brought down. Now BC High on the break going the other way. It's Walsh. Quick pass over to Rogers, who will just set.
Yeah, nothing really there. Xaverian Midi did a good job getting back to cut down the fast break. Really didn't have anything going, so slow it down and let's get a possession here. Defense has been playing a lot this quarter, so you need a good possession here to give them some break time off there.
Shivda with it. Now he makes his run in. Goes outside. But his stick brought down on the shot.
Yeah, push there. Loose ball push on Xaverian. BBC High ball. Throws it away.
Pass to
BC
Shivda
High
gets
very
clear.
sloppy, BC High.
That's over and back.
That's a third unforced error.
Now a 4-on-3 situation without the subs coming on.
Good job by the
Jack
D.
puts a spin on, but can't get a clean shot. Now it's Ryan. Back behind the net is Mariani. Now Gilbert with it.
Mismatch here. Gilbert on Rice. Good switch by BC High to get the pull on Gilbert. Gilbert's their biggest threat. And Mariani.
Now Reyes.
Souza on the midfield, also a big threat.
Reyes gets by his man. Over the top to Mariani. That pass up to Benoit. And Ryan's shot goes wide. But Jet able to win the race. Jet is defended by Walsh. Uses the screen. Rips his own shot and scores. Cole Jet opens the scoring for Xaverian and ties the game at 1.
Yeah, Xaverian got away with looked like a moving pick on my end, but didn't get called, so it wasn't.
Xaverian goal scored by number 6, Cole Jetty.
Now BC High making a switch in the face-off. Aidan Mcdonald comes in after Lacrosse loses his first 2. But McDonald can't win this one.
BC High got away with a hold there.
Ball being contested on the ground. And the ball will go to BC High.
Xaverian bench not happy with the call of possession there. Ref was right there. Honestly, I couldn't really see it, so all I saw was the back of everybody, even when I was in tight.
I don't know, based on that call, I trust his judgment.
Of course we do, based on that call.
Tolan now decides not to go for the long clearance and will leave that duty to Pine as he goes up to Shivda. Now Bailey. Now Chapman. Goes behind. Then over to Maroney. Now Bailey with it. Goes to the inside. Pass goes to Shivda and behind to Rogers. Rogers looking for a shot opportunity. Takes one but goes over the net high.
Yeah, I wasn't really able to get his hands free there. Xaverian defense did a nice job getting a stick in on there.
Now it's Emsing behind the net, already has one today.
Emsing trying the same move. Didn't really get a slide. Emsing got the slide. Rogers really didn't.
Now Shivda behind the net to Rogers. He's able to get the sidearm shot and score.
Yeah, interesting there. Xaverian didn't slide on Rogers again as he came up from behind from X, and they paid the price.
That was pretty much the same move that they allowed Rogers the shot on the first time. And this time Rogers was just able to find the net.
Yeah, well, Rogers more comfortable dodging from X to his right side, being a righty attack. A much easier shot for him. He's a big boy. He's hard to get off his spot. And he was able to get it, break free, get his hands free, and pretty hard to stop that one.
That is another face-off win for Xaverian. BC High 0 for 4 so far, as it's brought in by Heron. Now it's Ryan resetting and allowing Reyes to join the attack, who now receives the pass. Reyes finds Gilbert. Gilbert looking for a pass out.
BC High quick to slide on Gilbert.
Now it's up top to Reyes, who goes up to Souza. Souza has McCarron playing on him with the short stick. Xaverian now cycling again, looking for a pass out in front. Ryan had a good opportunity but didn't take the shot.
Nice save by Tolan.
Got an attempt by Mariani.
Huge save right there.
Now BC High looking to build out from the back.
Yeah, struggling with the clear again. I don't know what's really nothing special going on by Xaverian. Not a 10-man or anything.
This has been a problem for them all season.
Yeah.
BC High getting their clearances clean.
The passes are too long. That one, they ended up shortening up the passing lanes and it, got it out the ice and was able to get a nice easy clear.
Now Chapman circling behind, looking for a pass out. Behind the net to Rogers. Makes a spin move inside. Bounce shot, scores.
And it will count. I was waiting for the ref on the crease violation, but Rogers got it in the net before he got into the crease.
With 15 seconds to go, Tim Rogers makes it 3-1 BC High.
BC High goal scored by number 29, Tim Rogers.
Again, Rogers just able to make that play out from the back of the net. This time, beat his man completely clean. Got a very good look right in front of goal. He doesn't miss those. Face-off violation. It will go to Xaverian, who will try to mount a quick attack. So that ball is contested and won by BC High. Conley makes the clearance out. Xaverian picks it up, and that'll be it for the first quarter. 2 goals from Tim Rogers give BC High a 3-1 lead.
With the score, BC High 3,
After
Xaverian
1.
1. And where do you see yourself in 10 years?
This is
Co-leader
Ronan
of the
Bailey we're
varsity
talking about
team.
here.
And what do your teammates say about you? He's a matchup nightmare. So that's Ronan Bailey.
Sorry, we cut off the mic there. We got a little history on Ronan Bailey. We'll have more of those as the game goes on, maybe during one of the timeouts even. So 3-1 BC High at the end of the first period. Xaverian had a lot of good offensive opportunities. They actually controlled the play, had more offensive zone play than BC High. Won every face-off, so that's going to be an issue. BC High is going to have to clean that up for sure.
It'll be LaRosa in the center box again. He's 0 for 4. Shane McDonald 0 for 1. And this is contested once again, but it's picked up by BC High this time. LaRosa's first win of the day. Now LaRosa trying to take it into the offensive end. But he can't save that one from.
So technically that is a
play.
face-off win, but a turnover. On the, I guess you could call it a clear, not really a clear, but anyway, it's a Xaverian ball to start the second quarter.
Now Owens will try to run it into his end, and he does so cleanly, albeit with some pressure. Now Mariani circling in, goes underhand, another great save by Toland.
BC High had the 10-man ride going on there, and Toland had to scramble back to the net. Gave Mariani the opportunity to break in free. But Toland with a huge save.
And then Toland goes to the long stick for the clearance with Chapman, who finds Emsing. BC High just waiting for their substitutions to come in. Now Shivda. Chapman. Now it's Emsing. Circling around. Still with it, Emsing tries to go for an underhand shot, but that isn't successful. Blocked by some traffic in front of the net. Now Bailey. Gives it to Emsing and then on to Maroney. Maroney circling around. Pass over to Bailey. Chapman. Cutting the inside, going for the shot, but that one sails high over the net.
Yeah, notably missing from today's game for BC High is number 2, Brody Rice. Usually runs a lot on this first offensive midfield. He was also out at the Central Catholic game last week. I'm not quite sure what the... Oh, my. Emsing from Rogers. Emsing with the behind the back to make it 4-1 BC High.
Couldn't even get a good call on that. We were too busy talking.
It happened real quick.
Rice's
You got to be
absence.
ready on those end line coming out. Happened to be right on it.
Assisted by number 29, Tim Rogers.
Did a highlight reel one there.
And it's 2 from Emsing, 2 from Rogers as BC High leads 4-1.
This is a funny game because the Xaverian's doing everything they should be doing, honestly, offensively. They just haven't gotten past Toland except for that one time.
And that's a clean face-off win for BC High.
Yeah, Carroll, ground ball machine there.
And able to get some sustained possession.
Keep an eye on him on the crease, Carroll. He doesn't like to come out until he's told. There he goes now. He'll make say, yeah, there he goes, circling back. There he goes. Carroll likes to hang around as long as he can with that long stick.
Now Maroney. Over to Rogers. Long pass up to McCarran. McCarran goes outside but gets around his defender clean. Goes for the bouncing shot. BC High celebrating, but that was no goal. Went off the crossbar.
That was definitely in. No, I'm sorry. That was definitely in.
Now,
there's no question
a
that
breaking
hit the top.
attacking opportunity.
That hit the top of the net.
Now it was a loose ball push from behind. Looked like it was on Gilbert.
I'm not sure where the referee was there, but he absolutely missed that one. But again, it didn't get called, so it didn't happen.
Toland makes the clearance out. Goes to Conley. And back to Toland. And has McCarran well open. Now Maroney has it behind the net. Maroney going up to Emsing. BC High content to just cycle around as now Rice charges in. Gets by his man, goes for the bouncing shot, but that is stopped by Reddy.
Marshall getting some offensive runs with Brody out, same with McCarran. Usually primary D-mids.
Now here's Reyes, who will set and wait for his substitutions. Now Souza gets it back from Reyes. Now charges to the inside. Quick pass over to Reyes. Sidearm shot. Doesn't get on net. Xaverian maintains possession. Jed already has one today. Able to cycle around, but not get in on net. Now Gilbert. Quick pass over. And the off-balance shot by Mariani is blocked. Now it'll be a hold. So BC High will get possession. Now BC High, another clearance attempt for them. Pine makes the long pass, going up to Chapman. And Chapman will give it on to Shivda, who finds Emsing. Now Maroney with it. Maroney going around the long way, eventually getting held up. Now Rogers being forced out wider than he likes. Over to Shivda. Now Bailey. Rogers wants it. Bailey takes it in himself, goes for the bouncing shot. And a push will let BC High maintain their share of the ball. As Emsing brings it in. Pressured by Dion. Emsing still gets some space. Pass up to Rogers. He rips a long shot and has his hat trick. Tim Rogers with the long sidearm shot through traffic. Able to get into the top corner. Give BC High a 5-1 lead.
Nice job by Emsing behind the net. Getting his guy turned around, drew the slide. Left Rogers way open for the step down.
And just over halfway through the second quarter, BC High already out to a 4-goal lead. Xaverian gets possession off the draw. Reddy goes over to Dion, who goes back to Reddy. Reddy all the way out to his halfway line. Reddy able to get Xaverian cleanly into the attacking end. There's no Mariani.
Yeah, Xaverian with not nearly as many offensive possessions this quarter.
Now Reyes goes behind.
Really need to capitalize here to stay in this.
Still cycling around now. It returns to Reyes. Reyes still looking. Pass back to Souza isn't taken cleanly. Ryan will be able to get it.
That'll be over and back. BC High ball.
Smart play by Emsing not to try to make a play on the ball. Because
Yeah, good job by Carroll, too, getting in on the stick on the ground ball. Forcing this Xaverian player to kind of scoop it off the ground before it went out of bounds, and it went over the midline.
And again, Carroll trying to make a run and sneak in with those attacking players.
Yeah, he has a number of goals. I bet he has 6 or 7 goals on the season. Most of them bombs from man up because he plays high on man up. And he's got probably one of the harder shots on the team with his long pole.
Now Rogers. Looking for an opportunity, has one and scores.
Yeah, he's real hard when he wants to get up top. If you don't stop them, once he breaks free, he's right in tight. Rogers with 4 now.
BC High goal scored by number 29, Tim Rogers.
Surprised Xaverian actually hasn't called timeout just to kind of settle things down. 5 straight goals here for BC High after it was tied 1-1.
And at that point, Xaverian actually looked to be the better team. So
In the first quarter, for sure, offensively, I mean, a lot of great saves by Tolan. 3 or 4 saves in the first quarter kept Xaverian at 1, and they really haven't had too many opportunities here in the second quarter. BC High's kind of controlled the play.
As now Maroney
And capitalized. I mean, that's the big thing is BC High's capitalizing, Xaverian's not.
Now it's Shivda. And a pass over to McCarron. Shivda now. Has a clean run in on goal, but drags the shot well wide. Chapman able to win the race and maintain possession, though. So now he cycles in. Pass goes up top to Shivda. Shivda 15 yards out from goal. Goes for the long shot and scores. Shivda doesn't need to be close to goal. Able to get one nonetheless.
Yeah, nice job, at the top, getting by his man. There's no slide. Xaverian's late with the slides. I'm not quite sure why. If you watch the other end, BC High's real early with their sides.
And in a situation such as that, you'd rather be early and.
Well, I mean, a lot depends on what's going on, but I mean, when you're getting beat off the dodge, which Rogers 3 goals, 4 goals off the dodge, and one there by Shivda. I mean, sometimes that's a game plan if the team moves the ball well off the dodge, but here they're just shooting off the dodge, and I'm not sure what that was. Must have stepped out of bounds, maybe. Oh, BC High timeout.
BC High has called timeout.
Good timeout there by BC High. Kind of crowded. 3:03 left. Here we go.
Facts about James Kelsey. His nickname is Willie. His pregame ritual is listening to music. Favorite movie, Happy Gilmore. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Working. Parents are glad of that. And what do your teammates say? He's a lefty sniper. Let's see, Emmett Conley. His nickname is Rory. Pre-game ritual, getting Dunkins. Favorite movie, Interstellar. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? His parents will like this one. Relaxing on the beach. What do your teammates say? He's a menace on the field. One more, James Shivda. Nickname, Shipta. Pre-game ritual, listening to music. Favorite movie, Get Out. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? C-105. And what do your teammates say? Tom Brady of the offense.
Good stuff here from the BC High seniors. BC High coming out of the timeout with 3:03 left in the quarter, up 7-1. Game's getting away from Xaverian. Need to make a stop here and try to capitalize on the other end. At least get 1 or 2 back by halftime. Xaverian not even mounting a ride. There they come. Now they're surrounding him.
And Bailey thinks they're a little too close for comfort.
Yeah, I mean, you're supposed to, if you're standing on the 45, they really shouldn't be on the 50. At least they should be spread out more. You got to give them 5-yard radius. You got McCarron over here wide open. I'm assuming that's where the pass is going to go. No, he's going to take it himself.
He's able to get through clean even with that high amount of pressure.
That's usually something that's a Brody Rice job to do that right there.
And now Chapman with it. Up to Shivda. Now Emsing. And Bailey. Bailey still. Going for the shot. Drops to a knee. Maintains his balance. Now behind to Rogers. Emsing. Up to McCarron. Now Bailey. Rogers. Behind the back to Bailey. And a good save by Reddy.
Great pass by Rogers to Bailey, who unloaded quickly. Good save there. Dangerous behind the back, but it was right on target, and Bailey unloaded.
Now it's Rogers trying to make his move from behind the net again.
Is that Rogers or Shifter? Emsing that made that pass. It was Rogers? Oh.
Shifter's bouncer goes over the net. Now Chapman. Tries to find Rogers, but can't get it clean. And then Rogers takes a nibble into the crease, but already had a firm grasp on the ball. Reddy's been coming out far to make those clearances. Could be dangerous if BC High get a turnover.
Timeout Xaverian. Yeah, I mean, BC High's kind of got a soft ride. They've got their 3 attackmen along the midline, trying to cut things off and choke up the offensive zone.
His nickname is Beauty. His pregame ritual, Joe didn't get a sponsor, so he just has a medium black iced coffee. Favorite movie is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Rich on Emmett Conley's couch. And what do your teammates say? Fastest hands on the team. Alex Murray. His nickname is Mar. Pre-game ritual, listening to Chief Keef. Favorite movie, Harry Potter #5. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Playing golf, but better. And what your teammates say, unmatched energy.
I also hope I'm better at golf in 10 years.
We'll do a couple more if we can. Aidan Mcdonald, nickname AMAC. Pre-game ritual, listening to Big Booty Mix. Favorite movie, Step Brothers. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Settle down with a wife and kids living in the burbs. What your teammates say, gritty D-mid.
All right, here we go. Xaverian out of the timeout with 1:10 left. Could really use a goal here.
Now Jet.
So I had my audio up high so we could hear the senior announcements there, but got it back under control now.
Now Souza. Calling for a pass.
Xaverian
taking it himself. Takes the screen but loses the ball in the process. Now BC High going the other way.
Yeah,
Carroll
with a
coming
nice
in.
takeaway there.
Had the shot if you wanted it. Now he's going to try to hang around. Now he'll just go straight to the bench this time. As Emsing circles around. Goes low to Maroney.
Maroney's
Maroney
been
puts
quiet
on a
today. Let's see if
spin.
he can get going. Here he comes.
Clean out in front of net.
What do we got? Timeout. BC High. Ooh, tough timeout as Maroney was driving to the goal.
BC High calls timeout.
22.2 left in the second quarter, and we'll get a few more fun facts.
So we'll pick up with Cole Rossen. His nickname is Goat. Pre-game ritual, music and watching Tim Two Hands pre-game ritual. Favorite movie is Cars. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? In the gym, putting in work. What your teammates say. Best wheels on the team. Goat. So Tim Rogers, his nickname is Timmy Two Hands. Pre-game ritual, Marshall, Cheez-Its, Jack Pine, and Ariana Grande. That's a combination. Favorite movie is Over the Edge. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? On a par 3 with the boys. What your teammates say. Mike Tyson on the lacrosse field. NELS legend.
Now Emsing will start with it after the BC High timeout. 22.2 to go in quarter 2. As BC High with a 6-goal advantage. Now we have a substitution in order.
I think BCI had 7 out there. Refs aren't allowed to start it unless they count it out, so it's not too many men on the field.
No, it wasn't 7 because
he came on
McCarron
late.
came on. As now Baroni gets going.
There it is.
I guess he was a little upset about that timeout timing of it. Able to take out his anger on the Xaverian goal.
Hopefully Coach dialed up the play for him on that.
And now with 5.9 to go in the second quarter, BC High up 8-1.
BC High goal scored by number 12, Patrick Maroney.
And now the face-off isn't controlled by either side before the horn goes to end the second. Xaverian looked to be in it, but then BC High scores 7 unanswered to go into halftime with an 8-1 advantage.
So let's see, Andrew Walsh. His nickname is Walshy. Pre-game ritual, take a pre-game walk. Favorite movie, Star Wars, The Last Jedi. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Working in a hospital. And what do your teammates say? Lockdown defender. Come back.
Third quarter is now underway as the ball is being contested. And won by Xaverian. So now Heron charges in. Rossa goes for a golf shot clear, but it's picked up by Ryan. Xaverian take possession. And the BC High seniors already must be enrolled in BC because they've all left before the third quarter starts. So now Ryan passes back to Jet. He circles around, goes for the shot. Just inside.
Yeah, just outside the bit. It kind of hit the outside of the post. Very close. Xaverian needs to make the most out of every possession now. There's not a whole lot of time to not score on every possession to get back in this. Trust me, I've been in enough BC High Xaverian games to know this game is not over. So in this game, a lot of runs, especially for BC High and Xaverian. Yeah, goalie ball. That was close, but I would say that was the right call.
Good effort by Tolan to go get that.
Yeah, good hustle by Tolan. Two attackmen sitting there from Xaverian. At least one of them should have been moving on the shot.
Tolan makes the long pass up to the wide open Hayes McCarron. Charges in. Quick pass over to Carroll, and he gets his goal.
He is definitely a threat on offense, James Carroll.
And I don't think there's any player on this team that has quite the celebration that he does.
He loves to shoot. He will not shy away.
Scored by number 6, James Carroll. Assisted by number 20, Hayes McCarron.
That's a hold.
And the hold does get called.
Yeah, except for Xaverian. I was calling the other. Yeah, there we go. BC high ball. Oh.
Good second effort by Geary, able to get that loose ball as it goes behind to Maroney now. Over to Emsing. Up top to Shivda. Shivda waiting for Bailey to come on.
BC High should be in no hurry this whole second half. You got a 8-goal lead. Take your time. Get some time off the clock. Make sure you get a good shot.
Right when you say that, Shivda charges in.
Yeah, he had a good shot, though. I mean, I just don't know where the Xaverian slides are.
So now the clearance is made up to Stanley.
Good job.
Close there on having too many men in, but BC High able to maintain possession nonetheless.
Yeah, BC High's just feeling it on both ends of the field right now.
They had Walsh open for a
The defense has been
pass.
great all day. Offense, BC High started slowly, but they're cranking it up now.
BC High only has 5 guys in the attacking end. As now Rice makes the move in and receives the pass. Rice looking for an option.
Had a lot of plays like that where the long passes have been short and not crisp. But then you got that effort right there. Oh, still Xaverian's got it.
Rice
Well, thought he
picks the
had
clean
it.
ball into the air. Yep.
That's a push. Yeah, absolutely. Not even a question.
Now Xaverian taking it into the box. Reyes goes down low to Jet, who cycles around being badgered on by Babka.
Jet with the only goal of the game for Xaverian.
Makes the pass behind the net. Mariani. Reyes Over to Ryan. Fights through the traffic, but that shot saved by Tolan.
Yeah, I mean, BC High had 3 guys on him when he was trying to shoot. Just it shows the difference. It's just sliding from everywhere, BC High is. The defense is swarming. Bad pass by Tolan.
It's chipped on by Carroll.
That could have been a
Rice
push,
is able to
but
get it.
Rice ends up with it.
Now Rogers decides to take his time. Now it's Chapman. As BC High will make some substitutions in the attacking end. Chapman now for behind the net position. Looking for a pass in. Cycles around. Goes up to Shivda. Down low to Bailey. Back up top to Shivda. Shivda now. Trying to make a run in. Goes to his left. Bouncing shot. Doesn't hit the target.
Yeah, I got to get that a little closer to the net on the bounce. Just bouncing it high over the net.
Now it's Emsing.
You really want to shoot the score there. You want to keep it low, but you want it to get in the air to the goal.
Emsing over to Bailey. Now it's Shivda. BC High circling around, finding Rogers, who just doesn't have the angle.
Yeah, he needed to take another step or two, really get up to 5-5. But BC High backs it up, so they get another opportunity.
Chapman will bring it in. Goes behind his net. Looking for a pass over, but now it's Shivda.
Yeah, that was blocked. That should not be an over and back because it was a shot. Didn't make it, but one of the defensemen ate it there. Makes the save on the 20 yards out.
Now Rogers with it.
Had to hurt.
Has 4 today. So now it goes up to McCarron. Rogers. Over to Emsing. Now Maroney. Maroney with it. Using the screen for Emsing. Now Maroney hits the frame of the goal. Emsing now has Rogers for the pass, but can't find him. Emsing scores and has his hat trick. Quite a few spin moves there, able to get a free shot opportunity.
Yeah, great possession there for BC High. Had a couple opportunities. Took some time off the clock. Emsing with the worm burner. 10-1.
Face-off still being contested as it's picked up by Xaverian and tossed back to Reddy. Reddy going over to Owens. And now Parrish. Parrish finds Ryan. Now Mariani. Xaverian still with just the 1 goal. Gilbert now. He's being defended by Pine.
Yeah, Pine's been underrated this year. He's been a great one-on-one defender. Mariani's very quick. There's Jet with a goal.
Jet gets his second of the evening. Cuts the lead down to 8.
Xaverian goal scored by number 6, Cole Jetty.
Nice job by Mariani running through X, making the defense move, find the opening one for the step down. Nice shot by Jet there. BC High is just struggling at center X here.
LaRosa with the big early move. That'll get called every time. Now Xaverian able to move into the offensive end. Trying to get a run going. As Jet comes around. Ball goes up to Reyes. Behind the net now. Jet again.
Xaverian very quick with their passing. They're very crisp. Moving the ball well. Really surprised they've only gotten 2 goals because they have played well offensively.
As Jet comes around again. Walsh is on him. Now it's Gilbert. Uses the screen.
Yeah, he's got the switch now. He's got Rice on him. That's what they were looking for.
Takes a shot under pressure. And Xaverian win the race.
Rice as good as they come as a short stick D, though. You don't got much better than him.
It's now Jet. Behind to Gilbert. Pass up top goes to Ryan. And Ryan able to score.
Here we go. 2 in a row for Xaverian.
3:18 to go in the third. That'll be 10-3.
Xaverian goal scored by number 11, Ben Ryan.
BC High wins a very physical contested face-off. As now Rogers will hold for some substitutions. Now Maroney. Over to Emsing. Rolls it on over to Ronan Bailey. Now Shivda goes over to Chapman. Rogers returns the ball from whence it came, and now it goes up to Shivda. And Bailey. Now Emsing. Charging in. Bailey. Behind now to Rogers. Pass to Shivda doesn't go.
Good job by that. There's a push.
Now it's Rogers.
Calling offside there on Xaverian. BC High gets the ball. Could have been a push either way.
Now here's Emsing. Emsing. Sidearm shot doesn't go. But Maroney's behind the net and able to maintain possession. Now it's Rogers. Now Shivda. Shivda charging in. Goes behind to Rogers. Pass goes up top to Bailey and he scores. Bailey on his board with the first of the day. That'll make it 11-3.
BC High took 2 minutes off the clock and then capitalized. That's what you want to do. Just, you know, be in no hurry and then get the goal at the end.
Number 4, Ronan Bailey. Assisted by number 29, Tim Rogers.
Xaverian with the adjacent slide there got him in trouble, left Bailey wide open. Not a whole lot there you can do about that being the goalie.
That's a clean win for McDonald. He charges in. Bouncing pass over to Emsing. That can't be controlled. And now Dion. Able to run it in. Now Gilbert. Making a long run. Staying in bounds. Camping out behind the net, waiting for the substitutions to all make their way in, as now they do, and he tries to cycle around the net and look for a shot opportunity. Now Mariani behind the net. Goes for the behind-the-back pass, but it doesn't go clean. And now McDonald with the fast break opportunity their way. And he'll just take time off the clock, probably kill out this entire third quarter. Now it's Maroney. He has a look inside. He's brought down hard.
Not sure what we have here.
Probably a crease violation from the position, as that'll be the end of the third quarter.
And that's the end of the third quarter with the score. BC High 11, Xaverian 3.
11-3.
All right, we have the last three of the senior fun facts. Jack Broden, his nickname is JB. His pregame ritual, make sure all the waters are filled. Favorite movie, Indiana Jones, The Lost Ark. And where do you see yourself in 10 years? Working in international finance. What your teammates say, great trail mix selection. Next up, Shane Fitzpatrick, nickname Shano. Pregame ritual, getting the waters going. Favorite movie, True Romance. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Living in Chicago. And what your teammates say. Best guy in the league. Great hair. Theodore Stravin. Nickname Teddy. Pre-game ritual. Grabbing the med kit. Favorite movie, Interstellar. Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Working in an embassy in D.C. What your teammates say. The Moneyball statistician of Lacrosse.
And at the start of the fourth quarter, BC High has an 8-goal advantage. There'll be a loose ball push. Possession will go to the Hawks. As it'll be Heron who will start with it, as it's intercepted by BC High and Carroll.
Yeah, Carroll with the strip sack almost. What do you want to call it? Strips it and takes it off the other way.
And now Maroney goes to Emsing.
He is deadly with that sword.
Now Shivda, Emsing. Goes back to Shivda and over to Bailey. Chapman. Now Emsing. Emsing going behind. Got the switch onto the long stick, but still took it into the net. Emsing has 4 to match the total of Rogers. So now it's a 12-3 advantage.
BC High goal scored by number 35, Will Emsing.
BC High had the matchup they wanted. Rogers on a short stick defenseman, but they didn't even need it as Emsing just went to the net on his long stick. Face off won by McDonald.
Yeah, McDonald did a nice job sneaking in to get that. Steal that ground ball away from Xaverian.
Pass goes back to Maroney and then over to Emsing. Now it's Rice. And Hurley making his first attacking appearance. Hurley cycling around. Tries to find the pass over to Rice, but that'll be over and back. But it'll just be picked up by Xaverian and Mariani, trying to get a fast break. Now it's Ryan. Ryan charges straight in. That one's put wide by Toland. Now Jet. Trying to add to his 2-goal total. Goes over to Gilbert. Makes a spin. Now backpedals.
Yeah, good switch
Charges
by
back
BC
in.
High. Hit the post, I think. BC High's really done a nice job on 21, Gilbert for Xaverian, who is definitely a huge threat. I think he only has 1 assist in the 3 goals. Big reason why BC High is up by 9. Shutting down him and Mariani.
So now Ryan charges in. Goes over to Parrish. Quick pass up to Jet. Now one's picked off by Carroll. Now he's running the other way. Carroll on the fast break, always dangerous. There'll be a timeout for BC High.
Timeout, BC High.
A little surprised there on that timeout. Maybe he's looking to make some substitutions, not quite sure. I mean, Carroll certainly wasn't in any jeopardy of losing the ball. And he's, you know, pretty much.
Carroll had already made the pass over at that point.
Yeah, you know, maybe making a goalie change. Yeah, here we go. Looks like McCullough coming in for BC High.
Yeah, McCullough was just getting warmed up on the sideline, and now he'll continue to.
Yeah, McCullough just came back, played half at Central Catholic, had been out for several games, broke his hand in warm-ups several games ago, so he's been out for at least a month, I think. So I was actually talking to Mom yesterday at Nobles girls game, and he came back early. He's got some kind of like brace inside his glove or whatever. I mean, the kid's diehard. He just lives and dies lacrosse. So, good to see him back out on the field, getting some action.
BC High is making a goalie change.
It'll be
Now in
six
the goal is number 33,
6 saves
Calvin
on 9
McCullough.
shot attempts for
Let's have a
Toland.
nice round of applause for number 24, Andrew Toland.
Not quite the shutout performance he had earlier this season, but still a good one nonetheless.
So now we get the reasoning behind the timeout, wanting to get McCullough in the net. see what other substitutions BC High makes. Still looks like they've got their starting attack out there. Maybe a little early to start substituting the field players. Well, Color's as good as it gets in goal. There's really very little drop-off between McCullough and Tolan other than experience. Color actually was phenomenal against Central Catholic, made about 7 or 8 saves in the second half.
Now BC High just content to pass it around, kill off some time. So now it's Rogers behind. He takes an off-balance shot.
Yeah, it's Xaverian got to stick in on his gloves, who really disrupted that. Kind of made it a change up. It was almost, if it was on night, it might have gone in. Sometimes those are harder to save because you're expecting this blister and you get this softball.
Now Shivda passes out to Chapman. Over to Bailey.
That was a save, and that's going to be Xaverian. I'm surprised. Did he call timeout? Did not get it. BC High will go with the short stick clear.
We'll go back to McCullough. And now Rossen making his first appearance today. And Bailey. Charge again.
Good to see
Takes some hard contact, but is able to get free.
Good to see Rossen get on the field as a senior.
Bailey. Now Emsing. Shivda. Goes over to Chapman.
Yeah, not pulling any punches on the offensive end. 7 minutes left. Get the first units of guys out there.
Shivda. Moves to his right. Goes over to Bailey. Back up top to Shivda. Now Chapman. Rogers. Jockeying for position. Tries to pass out to Shivda. That will be collected before crossing the midfield line. Shivda charging in now. Ripping the shot, but that one's saved by Reddy. And now trying to make the early clearance, but it's picked up by Bailey. Rossen.
He's got something in mind. All right, he decides to pull it out. Thought he might go straight to the goal.
And he'll go back behind. Bailey's still trapped behind the midfield line. They'll eventually sub him out. So now it's Hurley. Looking for an attacking opportunity. Forced behind the net. Hurley now. Finds the pass up to Maroney, but that sails over the net. Now Emsing. Hurley with it. Hurley cutting the inside. Now Emsing. And McCarron able to get on the board. McCarron just finding that pass in a good scoring position.
Yeah, BC High just really working the clock, moving the ball around, getting Xaverian tired on D.
BC High goal scored by number 20, Hayes McCarron.
And with 5:20 to go, BC High has a 10-goal lead. It's Conley not able to collect the face-off. Dion does instead. He makes a long cross-field pass that doesn't connect with anyone. And Murray. BC High calls timeout. With a 10-goal lead and just 1 second over 5 minutes to go.
Timeout, BC High.
Sure, BC High is just being told to just, keep things slow. Don't get any needless penalties. Got plenty of goals to win this game. Just work out this clock and rest up for the tournament time. With this win, pretty good chance that BC High will finish as the 4 seed. I guess there is some chance maybe they could jump ahead with LS, big game LS at Hingham on Thursday. BC High with a win over LS. But it's this margin of victory here, 10 goals, going to help BC High a lot over a solid Xaverian team.
Now Rice carries it across the halfway line. And now Allen, who, as you may remember, in his debut on the varsity team, scored a hat trick after being pulled off the JV field. That was against Catholic Memorial.
Surprised we haven't seen Allen run a little midfield. He's not going to crack the starting attack, but you could see him on midfield, especially with Rice out.
Rice able to maintain possession. Bouncing shot by Hurley, can't find a good enough angle. It's now Baroni. Cycles around. Fakes a shot. And takes one.
Yeah, shot it right into the stomach of the defender.
Now Owens. Now it's Mariani. Over to Gilbert. Who will come all the way out almost to the midfield line. And now make a charge in. As he's working on Babka. That's a pass over to Ryan. Ryan able to score. That's his second of the evening. Gives Xaverian its 4th of the day. BC High leading 13-4. Now face off won by Xaverian. Mulway won it. Now the pass over to Jet. Jet able to score. He now has a hat trick on the afternoon. And a quick goal by Xaverian cuts the lead to 8.
Xaverian goal scored by number 6, Cole Jetty.
Face-off still contested.
Push on BC High will be Xaverian ball.
Now Gilbert looks for an opportunity but can't find it. Gilbert now charging in. Gets by Babka, but forced out wide. RA able to switch on him. Gilbert behind the net. Uses the screen. Shot goes just over the crossbar.
Yeah, BC High messed up that switch. Gilbert got a good look, just shot it high.
Ryan will start the Xaverian possession from behind the net with 2:38 to go. Ryan tries to get inside but forced out wide. It's now Gilbert.
Good save by Charlie. Down low.
Now Carroll. Over to McDonald, but he can't keep it in. 2:08 to go. Reyes. Charging in. Reyes. Tries to go for an underhand shot. Can't get it clean.
Carroll took care of that. Not on my goalie.
That shot goes over, but he's very able to maintain possession with 1:45 to go. Now Ryan. That pass picked off. Now Rice.
They do not have to keep it in. Normally under 2 minutes you have to keep it in, but if you're 4 or more goals, that's waived off. So they can play the full field here in the last minute and 10.
And you have to assume they'll just take their time, maintain possession.
Yeah, every time I say that, though, they go to the goal, so I'm not going to say it. Let you say it.
Now Allen.
I'd like to see Allen get one. Here comes the slide. Not today.
Pass over to McCarron, doesn't connect. That was a push from behind.
Yep.
43.7 to go. Now Allen. Maroney keeps possession. Under 30 now. Maroney trying to kill off some more of this clock. Now 15 seconds. Maroney still with it. Goes up top to Patrick McCarron. As the clock winds down. Over to Galvin, who ends the game. That's a strong win for BC High over a strong opponent, 13-5
Final score,
over Baldwin Cap. Xaverian.
Yeah, that's a very strong win. You know, Xaverian's a good team. We'll definitely probably see them again in the playoffs. Well, that's it for lacrosse this season, live stream. Jack, thank you very much for working with us. I'm sure we'll be back for several playoff games for baseball and lacrosse. There is
even rugby.
Even rugby. There is one more live stream tomorrow night. BC High versus Lincoln Sudbury here at 5 o'clock. Fortunately, we won't have any play-by-play on that, but we will have the live stream. So for Jack Church, this is John Galvin. Have a great night.